If you have an LG refrigerator and it's not working correctly, I'm going to show you guys some troubleshooting tips to try to fix that. What you're going to do is go behind the refrigerator, and I already have this compartment unscrewed. It's the main motherboard, PCB board, and we have a compressor over here, and I've already unscrewed that panel that was on there, and also the 3 screws on this panel that you see. This is what it will look like if you have this model. You have your fan over here, and then you have your compressor. Right now mine is vibrating, that's good, and also my fan is working. If you come over here, there's a reset button right here. Make sure to unplug your unit. And a quick tip for you guys, if your refrigerator is not working correctly, by unplugging it, that will automatically put it in reset mode if you need to reset it or reboot it. So now I'm gonna plug it back in. Be very careful not to touch anything over here because there is live electricity. And if you want to go into test mode, the first thing you're going to do is push this one time. You'll hear your refrigerator beep a few times. Do not touch anything over here, you can get electrocuted. Give it a second, and then your compressor should vibrate very lightly. Also over here, your fan is running. So right now I'm getting the vibration, and also my fan is running. Now I'm going to go over to the front of the unit to make sure that my evaporator fan in my refrigerator and in my freezer is flowing. So over here I am getting airflow. As long as it's cold or warm, it doesn't matter. That just shows that it's working. And back here, there is another fan. You could hear that working just fine too. All right, so now I'm gonna close this. Everything looks good. So right now it's in test mode, and your panel will look a little funny like that. So now we're gonna go over here and push the button one more time. 2 beeps. Hearing a double beep means that you're in test mode number 2, and that means that only one of your evaporator fans inside of the refrigerator will be getting cold at this time. And I'm checking them both. If your evaporator fan is not working on either one of them, that means that you could have ice built up in there, or you can have a bad evaporator fan, which means you'll need to disassemble the unit here to replace that. But depending on your model, that could be a difficult one to check if you don't have the same exact one that I do, because they just recently put that second test mode in here. A third time pushing this test button. The third test means that both of your compressor and your fan will turn off, and then your evaporator should turn off. Also, it is going into defrost mode. So if there's nothing to defrost and it's already warm, this test won't work for you if it's already thawed out. And that's the end of the test right there. So if you want to reset your refrigerator, all you'll do is pull this out, count to 10 seconds, and then put it back in. That automatically turns your refrigerator back to normal. Also, I want to point out to you that there is a LED light over here, and if it blinks and it's blinking, it's a Morse code. I'm gonna put up a chart on the screen showing you what you need to look for. 1 beep, 2 beeps, 3 beeps, etc. Look at the photo. Also, you can inspect your PCB board to see if there's any issues. Make sure, use a flashlight and see if there's anything burned out back here. There is a fuse right there. Make sure that it's a solid wire going left and right. Remember not to touch it. And this fuse you can't check unless you have a power tester, and you could put it on the ohm setting to see if there is a connection going through, or you can just replace the fuse, which is only going to cost you a couple bucks. If you need to replace your PCB board, which is usually the second most common problem, the first one is usually your compressor has gone bad. But if you need to replace this, there is model numbers on here, and you can actually Google them or contact LG directly to try to get this exact model number. It's either this one or that one, I couldn't remember. But once you search that and you get a new PCB board, then you can replace this. It's not that hard. You have a few plugs there, a few plugs here. Just remember to turn off your power if that is the issue. And if anything in this video helped you out, and hopefully that you just had to unplug your unit and replug it back in, and this solved your problem, give me a thumbs up. If you're back here already, you already have everything unscrewed. You can take an air compressor and blow this out right here if it's really dusty. Your fan, that's just regular maintenance back here. that needs to be done time after time to keep it clean and keep the fan running smoothly.